If you are a hypnotherapist, you know that it is life-changing, that it is a phenomenal tool that can really make a difference in people's lives and can help with an array of problems and often in the most miraculous, fastest way. However, if you're still struggling to create the lifestyle that you want, if you're struggling or if you're actually even broke, then you might be making one of these three mistakes. And the thing is that there is a solution that I'm going to talk to you about. So, one is that a lot of practitioners have too many sessions before they get the results. And yes, I used to be one of them. So, certain tools, depending on what hypnotherapy you are using, are more reliable in getting you results faster, whereas others might actually take quite a while. So you might be practicing something that, for instance, interrupts the processing time, and if you do that, then then your clients will need to come back for yet another session. So that's one of the problems. The second one is that you have to prepare a lot for your session. So if you are in the habit of writing scripts and looking through their intake form and formulating things and writing something, reading something, then first and foremost you are preparing for the symptom. And as you will have known, whilst the symptom is what is the presenting issue, is what you start with, it is what fuels these problems that you need to help your clients eliminate so that the symptom gets released, the symptom just disappears afterwards. So if you are doing a lot of prep work, then let me tell you, you don't actually have to. And there is a way where you don't have to prepare a lot or at all. And here is the third one. You don't fully trust your tool. And I have been there. So you might actually like it because you have paid a lot of money for it, because a lot of courses are phenomenally expensive, as you will know. So you might have liked the idea, you might have liked the vibe around it, but when you had to use it on and on, then you might actually have realized that it's just too formulaic and it is something that might not be as compatible with your personality or the person you have grown into as it was at the beginning, or maybe it never was the tool that you thought it would be. And in that case, of course, you will still use it because that's what you have, or you might be accumulating lots of tools and yet still not really getting those fast results. So, what can you do? This is where the solution comes in. Advanced conversational hypnotherapy is the answer if you want to cut down on sessions and you want to get results within 1 to 3 sessions. And and of course, if you study that, we will talk about what sort of business model you also want to have in order to make the most of it, both for yourself and for your clients. The second is you don't have to prepare. Once you understand the principles and you understand, you basically get practice, then you will never have to prepare again. Because it goes against all the principles that you have been taught. Unfortunately, in many courses, we are taught principles and ideas, and then we are given practices that are contrary to the very principles that we have learned. But it doesn't have to be so. And of course, once you experience it, because it feels like really a conversation, a natural conversation. We are by nature curious beings, and we are by nature social. So we like to get to know the other person, which makes this form of therapy very, um, very natural, very organic, something that you don't necessarily have to learn, because instead of going into a session with lots of tools and lots of ideas about how things should be, you go into a session as yourself, as a human being who is connecting with another human being and is very curious, rather than changing your voice so that it's soothing, relaxing them, using deepeners, and then regressing them. All of that is unnecessary. And if anything, it can make the whole process, the healing process, much, much longer. So just to recap, if you are still struggling or you're kept broke, then you're probably giving too many sessions before you get to the results. You are preparing for a long time and you don't fully believe, or you don't fully believe in your tool. Um, and all of this can indeed be solved with advanced conversational hypnotherapy.